Welcome to my kitchen. Now, this home was a home that was so loved. The people that lived here for 53 years. That's a lifetime. They bought it back in 73, I think it was. And it was just now sold because the husband passed away in his 90s. But they loved this place. Like everything that, the decks outside and things that my husband has gone to the crawl space thinking that, oh, this is going to be like crazy. He had actually at some point done something to remediate that problem. Now, it does need some updating. And some TLC, just because that's what happens to homes after a while. But there are certain things that we are not replacing. I love the wallpaper upstairs. I'm absolutely in love with it, and I want to keep that for sure. There are these beams that all have this veneer on it that the previous owner had handcrafted himself that we are definitely keeping because we love the character that it gives to the house. One of the major things that we did in this kitchen, which was getting our new fridge in here. And let me tell you, it was a project for sure. But it was the fridge that initially when we had gone to Lowe's, we had absolutely loved. And then when we went to Best Buy, it was there as an open box. We got such a great deal on it. It was the floor model. So it was the one that we wanted and we got it for a really good deal. So we were just so happy. Now, as for the rest of the kitchen, I'm gonna bring you along. I'm gonna show you where everything is right now, and I'm gonna share with you some of our plans that we have for it. Like, what do we want to eventually make out of this kitchen? As it is right now, we are using it, and we can live with it. There's nothing that I'm here saying like, oh, this has to happen like right now, except for the refrigerator. That needed to happen pronto. I thought for a minute there that I can live with a small fridge and thought about maybe having the idea of a freezer. Yeah, no, we needed the big fridge. So the kitchen is going to be more of a winter project. Right now, there's a lot of things that we have going on in the house. Sean just put a new roof on. We put new siding on. He just finished encapsulating the entirety of the crawl space, which was a super big step that needed to happen for us to get a new floor. So the entirety of this house is covered in carpet. And we are not big fans of, carpet. Like carpet upstairs and in the bedrooms, we're okay with. But carpet in the kitchen, not so much. So that is something that we really do want to replace. So we want to do hardwood in the living room and the dining room and the entering rooms, like the, what do they call them, receiving rooms. And then here, thinking more of doing tile, some sort of porcelain tile or something. In the other house, we did have hardwood in the kitchen, and the old dishwasher that we had overflowed, and it just, I messed up the wood a little bit. I gave it like a grayish look. So I think to play it safe here, we want to do tile. We actually deep cleaned all of these carpets. We bought a carpet cleaner because I just know our family and that the carpet is just going to have accidents on it. So we went ahead and deep cleaned the whole house before we moved in, and now we have it for like spot cleaning or anything like that. But that's going to be a decision we're making at the end of this week. So that's going to be soon. Like these cabinets are like the manufactured wood. So Sean is going to be making, crafting the cabinets himself. Counter space, we are thinking that we are going to do some granite, possibly. I like this blue granite at the store that, I'm kind of falling in love with. So I'm thinking that's what we are going to do. In the other house, we had black granite, and Sean had laid that down, and, we did the tile, the black granite tile. For this one, we're thinking we're actually going to do a slab. So over here in this area, I have my bread making and grain milling space, which I'm so happy about this space because I didn't have this in the other house. We only had like a little bit of counter space. So over here I have my grain mill, which we've had actually this mill for about 7 or 8 years. And that's how long it took me to actually use this. The one that used to use our mill was Sean, and he used to use it to mill my own, make me my grains, my gluten-free mixes. So he would put the rice, all the grains in there for me. And just recently, I discovered milling my own wheat. This is just something that I had never crossed my mind. So I'm gonna have to share that with you guys because I get zero negative reactions milling my own grains. But that's for another video. This is about the kitchen. So in this area right here, I just have my tall glasses and some of the things that I use for making my breads and stuff, and my honey from Puerto Rico that my dad sent me just recently. I love this stuff. It's so good. It just doesn't taste the same as the ones here. And in this area right now, I just have mugs and cups and the things that we use for coffee making or matcha. Sean makes me my matcha, so this is like his little barista area right now. And then I have my mixer right here. I'm not using these cabinets here at all because they need to be worked on, number one. Number two, I am testing the idea of getting a dishwasher here because I had a dishwasher in the other house and I loved it, and I'm hand washing all my dishes here and I'm not loving it so much. So if we were to get a dishwasher, this is where we would be putting it in. So living without this, you know, kind of storage space is working out for us right now. In this area right here, we have our double sink, which is wild because I always wanted, you know, a double sink, and I have one now, so this makes me like, oh my gosh, so excited. And we have more storage space down here, and this is just where I'm having the dish rack for the dishes. And there's a window. I get to look out the window, and that just makes my heart so happy. You know, I just feel like this place is such a blessing because everything that I wanted in a kitchen, I get here. And it's just amazing how everything just worked out so well. Actually, when we went to buy this house, we came to see it 4 times, if we count the one time we first came to see it that we didn't come inside. And then on the very last time, I brought a chair, I brought my cup of coffee, and I sat in that chair in every single room. I meditated and, you know, prayed in each room. And I wanted to see if this was meant to be home. Like, did it feel like home? And it did. I honestly stood here and looked out the window and pretended to do the dishes. I stood by the stove, pretended to be cooking so that I could feel myself here and see if this really felt right. And it really did. And from the very beginning to this time, we have just seen how, you know, the Lord has really lined everything up for us. And it's just been awesome. Anyway, now this area right here is where all the magic happens. This is the stove. And right now I'm very happy with the current stove that came with this house. Eventually, when we remodel this kitchen, I really do want to do a 36-inch stove. So whenever that time comes, we're going to do a 36-inch stove. But right now, this stove is working perfectly fine. I'm making yummy and delicious meals on it, and it's, you know, it works great. I've never had a white stove. I always keep my tea kettle on top and my Dutch oven on top just because those are items that I use on a daily basis. Like 2 or 3 times we're using the tea kettle a day. And then the Dutch oven, if it doesn't get used every day, it gets used every other day. So why put it away? So it just lives there. Now on top of the stove, there is also storage. And we do have one of these fans. And then to this side of the stove is just counter. So it's like an L-shaped counter. And on here right now, I have the utensils on top. Just because I'm not used to using these things for utensils yet, just because in the other house, I didn't have the cabinets for that. Here, I think I will have the cabinets for that. Right now, I just have spices and all my seasonings in these two cabinets. And then I use the last cabinet for dishcloths. And then I have one junk drawer that I'm hoping is not going to stay as a junk drawer. And then my bread, I have a space for the bread there. Whenever I'm going to slice it or cut it, I do it right here on the countertop. And whenever I'm gonna cut anything or prep food, right now I found that this right here is the perfect space for it. I started off on this side and I used to have this dish rack on that side, but ever since I started with my bread milling and all that stuff, I have since then moved things around. What our plans are for the kitchen right now is that we are planning on doing a butcher block island right in this space right here, which we have so much space this way in this kitchen that it actually allows us to do that. And I want that for the food prep area, for whenever I'm making bread, for whenever, you know, I'm just getting things ready to be cooked. This is like the perfect location for it because I can, you know, chop and do everything here and then just turn around and the stove is right here. So it's gonna work out great. So that's the plan for this particular area. But right now, this is working out great. We keep our fruits and veggies over there as well. So this area right here is kind of like a little L shape and is from the wall, and the fridge is right here. And what I currently have right here right now is a microwave and the air fryer. The air fryer is something that I also use frequently, so I just have it out. We have our toaster over here. And then behind that is actually our laundry room, which I absolutely love. I love having the laundry right here. It just is amazing. So we have the washer, the dryer, and out through this door is the mudroom, which is quite spacious. There's a whole closet that goes this way. Right now, the fridge that we replaced this one with is over there, and you know, things are still in boxes and bags that we haven't put away. Over here we also have the trash and recycling. We do recycle here, so trash and recycling are on this side. And then we have our brand new fridge right here that's making my heart so happy. It's actually making the whole family so happy. You know, that other fridge, I was going to the grocery store 2 to 3 times a week because it was so tiny for our family that I couldn't just buy stuff and keep it there, like meats and stuff. It was just not working out. And it was also leaking. So this was an upgrade, a replacement that we definitely had to do. And for this, Sean actually, as you saw previously, had to remove the load-bearing beam right here. And he moved it only by a few inches so that we could get it in. He then, you know, he had the whole thing jacked up. But then he placed a new one here. He reinforced it downstairs. So he did the whole thing. A lot of work went into getting this fridge inside this house. So then in this side of the kitchen, we have the steps upstairs, and then we have the pantry over here to the side. I have a pantry and it's huge. One of the plans for the pantry is to put some new shelving in there with cedar wood, which we love cedar. Plus it keeps like bugs away and stuff, so it works out well. So this is the wall right here. Through here is the access to the crawl space, but is also where I keep the vacuum and cleaning things and all that fun jazz. And as you see, the fridge is right here. Our house is in constant remodeling mode. And then over here is all the wood veneer or whatnot that needs to go back over here. And then in this area over here, I just have like a little hanger to put our sweaters since it's sweater season, so we don't have to go into the mudroom for right now. When it comes to organization, if you have any ideas, now that you've seen my kitchen, go ahead and let me know because I'm all ears. You know, having all the space is definitely new for me, so I want to make sure I use it wisely. But I am just so excited to share this space with you all where I'll be making more food like I typically do. If you have any requests or recommendation, make sure to go ahead and comment below and share them with me, because I always love hearing from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!